The key requirement that all stakeholders made clear to HESA during the consultation was that we must have an absolutely robust data source to tell the stories of what happens to graduates after they leave higher education. Robustness can be achieved in a number of ways, but in order to make sure that there can be no perception of any bias in the data source, to make sure that it has a totemic status as a national statistic, we needed to ensure control over the methodology to the extent that everyone can have absolute faith in the data. It's quite a tough model to develop, because we also understand that higher education providers have a real need for accurate, timely data on what happens next to their graduates, and they want to support their graduates as they transition into the labour market. So this is not something that HESA could just take over and simply say, okay, we're going to do this in an entirely different way. We need to balance the requirements of all of our stakeholders. Open centralisation is the model that we developed to answer those varying requirements of different stakeholders. It gives higher education providers a stake in the process and a say in the way that the survey is conducted with their graduates, and it gives them quite a lot of flexibility in the way the survey is deployed. But it also ensures that no accusation could ever be levelled that this is anything other than the most robust and high quality data, as totemic as other national statistics data. So open centralisation is a new way of thinking about the way we survey graduates. It's both open and it's centralised. It offers the best balance of opportunities for higher education providers to connect with their graduates, and also for all data users to have absolute trust in the methodology that produces the data. Linked data is the use of existing administrative data sources that can supply some of the answers that we previously sought by interviewing a graduate directly. So, for instance, at the moment in the NewDLHE survey, we have to ask questions about the salary that the individual is earning. Or if we ask questions about further study, then we have to ask, which institution and what's the programme that you're doing. Now, there are already data sources that hold all of this information. What linked data does is enable us to take those administrative data sources, to weave them into the overall data profile that we hold, and to avoid having to ask questions that essentially duplicate information that exists elsewhere. So we don't have to ask salary questions, we don't really have to ask many further study questions as a core part of the NewDLHE survey. So we're able to extend the effectiveness of the survey, we extend the coverage of the survey, and we reduce the cost of the survey all in one fell swoop. In terms of outputs from the NewDLHE data, you can expect to see some things staying the same and some new things being developed as well. In terms of things that stay the same, there'll still be a statistical first release, and there will still be a big NewDLHE publication or NewDLHE publication. The timings of those will change, but the format will be much as our data users are used to. In terms of new things, you'll be seeing experimental statistics based on the new measures in the new survey. You'll see the data being used in the HESA Plus platform that HESA have developed, and you'll also see a real raising of the profile of the new survey. So we want to make sure that the advantages of the data that we're collecting are shared as widely as possible and used in as many useful ways as possible. So we'll be looking to work with partners outside HESA to ensure that the data is made available in a wide range of new settings.